Child safety tips at home. Good security and safety tips are as helpful as the successful growth of a seed to fully ripe fruit. The characterization of safety measures leads one to teach children about what's safe for them and what's not. It cannot be a fully guided lesson plan. Instead, it could be much better when taught instinctively. With the advancement in life, the use of electric appliances has also got illimitable. And the risk of becoming a victim to their hazardous effects is also parallel with that elevation. There must be some safety rules for toddlers, kids, teenagers, and adults as well. Most of the learning process of a person continued till adolescence and brought one to be safer with time. Why start from home? Home is a place to relax and learn. Because from home everything begins, and it's necessary to teach all the safety rules of indoor at home. It will also help your child in following all those safety measures to minimize dangers. Parents should organize different activities regarding the safety of their children. By guiding the children verbally could not be sufficient for protection. A practical approach to the intuitive tasks will lead the reinforcement to rise against affliction. Safety rules for kids. Some restorative measures are illustrated below to develop a habit of a safe environment. Irrespective of it's a kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, or lawn, the safety of your loved ones should be a priority. Keep the doors closed. Keeping the doors closed always assures more security and protection. It must be a satisfaction for your child to be safe at home. It can be done by reminding them constantly to keep the doors closed whether or not at home. To overcome the carelessness of children, there are many devices available for locking doors. Their use could be advantageous for developing the regulatory characters for their excellent safety at home. Inculcation to stay away from dangerous things. The enforcement of keeping themselves away from dangerous objects is another measure for the children's safety. For example, in case of any affliction, you must teach your child not to take medicines other than your supervision. Practicing the control building techniques while constructing homes, especially for homes with children, can ultimately minimize the home's rate of accidents. It can be done by replacing the damaged and faulty materials and appliances immediately to cause a hazard to your child. Memorize important phone numbers. In case of any hazardous situation, your child must know how to be helped and manage the difficulty. For this purpose, always try to build a habit of learning the public and governmental emergency codes to contact immediately. It includes police, fire department, poison control, and others. You can also paste all those phone numbers on the wall or the fridge to have a daily encounter. Always teach your child to learn and memorize their home address, parents' contact, nearby family members and neighbors' contact. Kitchen safety techniques. A kitchen is a place where there is a massive risk of any adversity. But as it's a significant part of the completion of the home, it should be affliction-less. It can be done by simply taking some protective measures to influence the outcome as a secure move for your child's safety. Always put sharp objects like knives, forks, skewers, choppers, etc., away from children's reach. The stove and burners must be out of reach of children to avoid unfamiliar circumstances regarding your child being unsafe. Keep away the flammable objects from your children's sight. There must be separate lockable cabinets to put electric appliances with their cords to place. It would also be best if you had to learn your child doesn't use those appliances unnecessarily. Teach your child to use kitchen holds safely by keeping in mind their safety. It can bring familiarity among them to be self-sustainable rather than to be scared. Bedroom safety. Don't smoke while you are in your bedroom, because the chances of the exhausted and suffocated room increases, causing distress to you and your children. Keeping the distance and placing your furniture away from windows providing more area is beneficial. Always ensure a safe space from flammable goods and heat conductors. Sleep increases the vulnerability of a person. Always teach your child how to overcome any terrible condition when are sleeping. Bathroom safety. By keeping in mind the thorough safety of your home, you can't neglect bathrooms. It is a place where most accidents occur as a person has to be alone here. Always keep the detergents, cleansers, antiseptics, and pesticides out of reach of children. To avoid slipping on the wet floor, always use non-slip strips and floor mats. Ensure the more excellent cleanliness of the toilet, as cleanliness is half faith. Always keep your bathroom clean and as dry as possible. Water safety for kids. As water is a necessity to live, it can lead one to face adverse circumstances. Always keep the water bodies well lit. Regularly check all the taps in the kitchen, bathrooms, bathtubs, and other households to avoid a slippery floor. Always keep the water pools, bathtubs and ponds fenced and locked in your absence to avoid drowning. Supervise your children when they play around water. Your diversion can lead to the drowning of your kid in few seconds. Fire safety tips for children. When hearing about the fire, it ultimately gets one goosebumps. To overcome fire explosions, install fire and smoke alarms in the house, especially near the sleeping areas. Teach your child the ways to escape from the room in case of a fire explosion. Teach them how to overcome panic and do immediate possible treatments if they get indulged in any torment. To avoid rendering the alarm batteries, clean them regularly and change them at least once a year. Keep all the flammable objects, chemicals, electrical cords, and machinery at ventilated places. Practice the habits of escape plans at home in multiple ways. Guarding tips for children. Always set a proper home security system to guard all the activities in your house. It ensures you more safety when inside or outside the home. Guide your children not to open the door for strangers. For this purpose, always enable the sensors for detecting natives and outsiders. Adopting a guard dog is another valuable attempt to avoid strangers entering the house. And it helps your child that the dog barking is a sign of suspicion. It makes your child alert. Also, teaching the children that always ask for a person's identity in case they encounter an unfamiliar knock on the door. Keep your house fully fenced remotely or physically to avoid any robbery. Give your children the address to secret rooms for timely escape if they found something unfamiliar around them. Money management for kids. Teaching the kids about money management will help them cope with their financial matters in life. Give them allowances not as a symbol of reward but as a tool for assisting them in managing their needs. Give them an instinctive knowledge to differ among their needs and desires. It will be more helpful in becoming them responsible for meeting their expenses. Try to build a habit of saving money. It can be possible by encouraging your children to save money for more extensive programs like buying a car, a vocational plan, or submitting college dues. At reaching their early teens, facilitate your children with a checking account. It will develop in them the confidence of dealing with money responsibly. Do check them if they are neglecting their responsibilities and spending idle. Increase the monthly, weekly allowances of your children as they grow up. It will help you to convert the chores into more responsibilities for your child. Child safety tips at home. Bottom line. Kids need their parents' attention to grow well and flourished. Teaching your kids all the safety measures regarding their security and learning management is a huge responsibility for parents. If you are a parent or parent-to-be, the above described steps can quickly get you privileged about the basic developmental safety steps. Following them will enable your children to obtain a healthy childhood free from misfortunes. For more information about child safety tips at home, visit our website at communitywatchpaper.org.